Alright, in the top right corner as the red Protoss, we have an orange traffic cone. Ladies and gentlemen, the secret has been revealed. The Xel'Naga are in fact a race of orange cones who destroy streams and lives everywhere. I'm gonna try this one more time and then we'll go to the other stream. Nope. Alright, we're dead. Okay, so in the left position as the blue Protoss, we will have Lee Jae-dong. I think the audio is a little low. Alright, good. Good. So, looking at the win rate thing on the bottom, I'm not sure if that's Sun's individual games or if that's SKT's match scores. Either way, Skying Probe going out now. He did build a pylon at the top of his wide ramp, gonna wall that off. And there is the SKT coach looking on anxiously because of course his team is not doing so hot in Pro League this season. I don't know why the VLC is not coming back to me anymore. Come back!
많은 사람들의 노력으로 인해 지금 8게임단이 가장 빛이 나는 팀이 됐지 않습니까? 그럼요. 네, 하지만 정윤종은 양보하면 안 되고 이재동은 지키면서 오늘 엄청나게 양팀에서 고생하고 있는 그런 경기거든요. 하지만 보는 사람들은 뜨거워지는 그런 경기고 네, 이제 한 경기 남았습니다.
Maybe I can at least do the SD stream. Either way, let me see. Nothing particularly crazy seems to be happening in this game just yet, so I can continue to fiddle about with my DLC.
그런 상황. 자, 탈란모 지어지고 있는 이재동 선수의 진영이었고요. 정 잘 됐습니다.
In a non-perverted way, of course. Alright, I'm gonna switch to this one. Ready? Switch. Shit, I can't switch. Alright, there we go. Oh god, everything is skinny. Wait a minute. Ha! I have successfully fattened it. Excellent. It's like I'm fattening a goose. Make some foie gras or something, you just gotta stuff it. Get it nice and plump. So, as you can see, you've missed absolutely nothing. It's just standard openings. Walling in with the Gateway Forge and Core here, Sun is, and Jaeon's just gone for his fast third.
아니면 이재동 선수 진짜 9연승, 10연승
So,
이렇게 8게임단의 연승이 이어질지 정말 너무 궁금하네요.
그렇죠. 전진 수정탑 차원 분광기 7창한 러시가 나올지 아니면 이제 다른 패턴의 공격이
looks like Probe Guy getting taken down. Fangirl with a fancy nail art thing. I can never understand all the like the fancy shit that like the Asian girls put on their nails. That seems like it must be so annoying when you're like just trying to use your hands. Just have all that random junk. Like what the hell? Anyway. Jaeon continuing to drone up, moving the queen out over to his third, no gas just yet. He's getting close to 40 drones though, so might be starting to take his gas in just a second. Or 40-ish drones, not 40 exactly. Meanwhile, Sun is actually getting his +1 already, so that's a relatively quick +1. Look at that, his +1 starts just after, or about the same time as his warp gate in fact, so he's going to have very fast upgrades here. Now, this could be for some super fast +1 Zealot warp in, some Zealot aggression, early Zealot aggression. Or it could just be for a later timed, like, fast +2 Blink Stalker. The fact that he's got his Robo here makes me feel like perhaps he's going to do some kind of Warp Prism Zealot Sentry attack with that fast +1, but we shall see. We shall see. But no, he's actually taking both gases as a natural. Okay, never mind. So it is going to be a later timed attack. It's not going to be anything too overly aggressive. Probably, I guess it'll be an Immortal all-in then maybe. I love how I just keep assuming he's going to go for an all-in. Just like, no. He's totally going to just play a long macro game. Be quite interesting if he did. Anyway, let's see how many gateways is he adding? Just 3 more for now. So 4 gateways in a row. That's not yet venturing into all-in territory. We are still in the realm of potentially long macro game. Getting out, chronoing out 2 observers now. Sun is, just to check out what his opponent's doing. Look at that, rallying his Robo over there to that to the Zerg's main. Hopefully he remembers to re-rally it back to his own main, so his Immortals don't just wander off into the jaws of death. And looks like we have 2 more gateways now being added. The Sentry's coming back to try and kill this Overlord before it gets a spot of the gateway count. Actually, I assume that's 2 more gateways. One of them might be a Twilight. No, those are 2 more gateways. Okay, he's building a Twilight somewhere else. Presumably at his natural then. And looks like the Sentries will manage to kill this Overlord, even though it does turn back to try and get away. Perfect. So, gets taken down. And it looks like we have... Alright, what's he going to get from there? Blink? Blink? Blinking it up. He's getting his first Immortal. He's getting +2. And there is Blink indeed. Blink, Stalker, Immortals, and +2 attack. It's going to be very, very strong timing here from Sun. Will Jaedong be prepared? He didn't see any of the tech yet. He might notice the glimmer of the Observer at least, so he'll know that there's a Robo somewhere, obviously. But that's not exactly the biggest tell, because Protoss will often get the Robo for the Observers anyway. And here we have the first move out from Sun. It looks like he has 6 sentries, an Immortal, and a few Zealots there, 3 Zealots. But we already have some roaches out for Jaedong, and if he can move up here quickly and maybe catch a few of these sentries off guard and snipe a few of them, that could be instrumental in holding off the incoming attack here. Because those force fields, the sentry energy is so important. But it looks like actually we are going to have a third base here from Sun. Now that still not necessarily means that it is like a real third base. We have seen a lot of these, a lot of times the Kessel players, when they're preparing for an all-in, they'll make a third base, let the Zerg scout it, and then cancel it and do their and just, you know, use the money for warpins instead. But in this case, it definitely looks like he is just going for that third base. He's really not, you know, letting the Zerg get in to see it. And oh, nicely done! Traps a whole bunch of units here. Does expend 6 force fields, but traps a handful of roaches and lings. Very, very nice. And now he's going to be completely safe, I think. He's got 2 Immortals, still got, you know, those 6 sentries, and yeah, it looks like he is actually just getting his third base up. So it's not actually going to be an all-in. All you guys in the chat were like, Sun's totally going to all-in him. I guess I kind of thought he was as well. But no, Sun, see, he's an honorable player. He's honorable. He's learned in the ways of macro and long games. Unfortunately for him though, he's not giving himself any vision of the SPAC destructible debris, so these guys are going to walk in to the back. But the thing is, there's already like a gateway wall there at the back, so yeah, that's a nice little SimCity. By the way, I like how instead of walling off the whole thing completely, like some players will just kind of wall it off completely. He's actually kind of done a diagonal wall so that it kind of flows into the ramp a little bit, if that makes sense. So his units can go through quite easily themselves. And look at this, a Dark Shrine follow-up as well as getting a War Prism, and getting Charge, in fact, just getting a whole bunch of interesting things. You can use that War Prism, might do a cool DT drop in the main, or DT Warpin, I guess. But getting that Charge is actually quite interesting to me. Getting it so quickly, I mean, you usually don't want too many Zealots in your composition anyway. So I'm not sure why he needs such a fast charge, what kind of composition he's going for here. I mean, Zealots are good, you know, to help buffer against the Zerglings and to soak up a little bit of damage. But otherwise, I think you'd prefer to have, you know, the Stalkers, the Sentries, and the Robo units, the Immortals and Colossi and whatnot. The Zealots are just more of just a mineral dump here that, you know, you use for warpins and stuff like that, rather than part of your main army composition. And that's why the Dark Shrine is getting close to done. But look at this, Jaedong going for that Infestor Ling style. It's got a ton of Zerglings and 4 or 5 Infestors? I'm not really sure. But there's the Zealot Warpin going into the main base. Looks like he warps in a little bit early at the top left main, just chills there for a second to get the warp in. Jaedong meanwhile poking in the front a little bit, but you know, this is not exactly the widest area, so he does have to be a little bit careful engaging here with those with that Zergling heavy composition. You can get force fielded out easily, and this is what I'm talking about, but not the best force fields by Sun though. A big blink back. The Immortals though do get fungled, and Lings manage to close them. There's the drop in the main base. It doesn't look like Jaedong's paying attention, but oh my god, this attack by Jaedong, can it work? It looks like no, all the Infestor energy is gone. He expended it all on the Fungals and the Infested Terrans, and here we go, 5 DTs warping into the main base. What is he going to go for? Where is he attacking? Where is he actually going? He's running out of the main. Why is he running out of the main? Where are those Dark Templars going? I don't even know, but Jaedong, or Sun rather, might want to make warp in some Dark Templars at his base here, because his third base is getting taken down. He does actually have 1 Dark Templar doing as much as it can. can, but of course he needs at least a couple there as well, because if they can actually get fungal, it looks like, oh, he split his Dark Templars up to take down the expansions. He's got 3 Dark Templars taking down the natural expansion. The natural expansion goes down. There's of course another hatchery there, so the drones can continue to mine, although a little bit less efficiently. There's another Zell Warpin in the main base. Jaedong in a little bit of trouble. Those 2 DTs doing massive damage at the third base. The 3 DTs just killing everything here. The Infestors are chilling, but they have no energy. Now the Zelds being taken down by Roaches. The Infestors all being pulled back by Jaedong to try and defend his home. The Zelds kind of splitting their fire a little bit. They're not focused firing down anything, and Jaedong now going back into the third base. A couple more DTs being warped in, but there's just so many units. There's so much DPS from Jaedong. He can definitely kill that third. Looks like Jaedong does kill the third base and manages to save his main as well. His natural is gone, but you know, the other hatchery there is going to allow him to continue mining if he wants to do that. His third base also is still up and running just fine. And I don't know who's got the better of that exchange. Sun is now down to 77 supply against the 116 supply of Jaedong. Looks like Sun immediately going to retake that third base there, while some Lynx just poke around here, maybe try and slow him down a little bit. But man, what a crazy engagement by both players. 4 DTs remaining just to clean up the rest of the Zerglings. And Jaedong finally with an Overseer to spot these DTs with the army. The crucial thing is Jaedong managed to save most of his Infestors. He's probably got like 10 Infestors or something. Where are the rest of the Infestors? I saw them all run into the main base, but I don't know where they are anymore. Meanwhile, 1 DT being carried over in the Warp Prism over to the main. And gonna perhaps try and kill some of these drones. Jaedong looks like he's not really mining from his natural anymore. He just put all the drones back into the main base. There is the DT being dropped, but 2 Overseers coming back here. Gonna be able to detect that Dark Templar, even if it was under a mothership, he could still be spotted. That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? People were always saying in Broodor how like a Dark Templar under an Arbiter should require double detection. I thought that'd be quite cute, but oh well. Anyway, Jaedong, by the way, it doesn't even mine very much gas. His main has no gas. His natural, he's only mining the gas with 1 drone, it seems. So only his third base is really mining gas at full saturation, presumably. Which is quite curious, considering he's going Infestor Ling, and Infestors require gas, so I don't want gas. Oh, he's got the middle base as well, though. I'm sorry. Did not point that out earlier, but yeah, he did also get the middle base. So he's got like, those extra gas to the middle as well. My bad. But we do have an attack now from Sun. Mostly Stalkers, mostly Blink Stalkers, but a couple of DTs and some Zelds mixed in there as well. Oh, look at that! 1 Dark Temple actually sneaking around the south side, perhaps going to try and run into the third base here. Oh, very, very cute. But he's got to be careful. There's a lot of Infestor energy left. Got to be really careful of the fungals, of course, will nullify the Blink and basically any mobility he has. And he's running on creep as well, so he's got to be very, very careful. Now he's going to back up actually while the Dark Templar goes in here. What's he going to go for? Looks like, yeah, he's going to target the drones, and there we go. Got to make sure he manually targets down the drones, or at least like shift click them around. Otherwise, the Dark Templar might be tempted to attack the Queen instead. But look at that! Look at how many Infestors there are. He's got like 15 Infestors. Oh my god. That is a ridiculous number of Infestors. Whoa, what did I just do? Sorry, I just hit the scroll wheel by accident. It just like went crazy on the volume. Anyway, Jaedong, the thing is, this is way too many Infestors for Sun to do anything here. I mean, he's just gonna get fungal to pieces. What can he actually do against this? He's got a lot of charge lots, but I mean, 1 fungal on a bunch of plump charge lots, and they won't even do anything. Look at that! All the charge lots are stuck. It's like frozen his faces, and oh no, everything is fungal. There's the big Infested Terran launch. But does Sun have enough units though? The units might be enough though to break it, because Jaedong doesn't have enough units. Where are the rest of the Zerglings? Jaedong needs more Zerglings. He only has Infestors, but Infestors alone will not be able to take this down. And there we go. There's a big blink, and he should snipe down the Infestors. Sun really should just blink onto these Infestors and kill as many as he can. Jaedong looks like he might be in big trouble here. He's going to lose his center expansion. His Infestors are now out of energy. He's got no supporting units. Sun looking very calm and collected. Jaedong's tear through ace matches looks like it might be stopped here by the SKT player. SKT might be the ones to stop Team 8's 8-match win streak here. Sun, he's breaking down the destructible debris. The 4th base is down. He's moving into Jaedong's 3rd. Jaedong looks like he did manage to rebuild his natural, but now his 3rd is in big trouble. There's a bunch of Infestors, but they have almost no energy. Nice fungal dodge there. 2 fungals used on just 3 Stalkers. Not very good. The bat fungal was a lot better, but there's the huge blink, and he's going to catch all the Infestors. The Infestors launching all of their Terrans, but it doesn't even matter. There's too many Stalkers here with good upgrades. Going to take down all of those Infested Terrans. A huge number of Stalkers moving in now, and now Jaedong has no more Infestors, no more fungals. He knows he's in big trouble. He can't stop the Blink Micro anymore. DT's even in the composition. There's Corruptors there, but they're not going to do anything. GG! Sun takes down Jaedong in the ace match. The final boss has been defeated. The ending credits of the game are being rolled right now. Sun is the hero. He has rescued the princess from the tyrant. And he does look a little bit like Mario. And And Jaedong, he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand how Protoss could possibly be so strong. That's okay, Jaedong. You're still pretty awesome. And SKT takes the victory. Damn.
야, 이 경기 하나로 SK텔레콤 T1은 삼성전자 칸과 승수를 맞췄거든요. 자, 그만큼 의미 있는 경기, 그리고 양 팀의 자존심 싸움이라고 말씀을 드릴 수 있었던 경기에서 결국 정윤종 선수가 승리를 가져갑니다. 자, 8게임단 비록 오늘 연승이 끊겼습니다만, 그러나 8게임단이 보여주는 기세는 이번 시즌에 너무나 무서웠고 충분히 아직까지는 1위를 바라볼 수 있는 기회가 널려 있기 때문에 지금 일찌감치 실망할 필요 전혀 없습니다. 자, 그런가 하면 SK텔레콤 T1은 정말 양 팀이 싸웠을 때 이 경기의 중요도가 누가 더 중요하냐, SK텔레콤